Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning, good day everyone. So welcome back to my channel. Okay, don't forget to subscribe and like on the video. Alright, so for today, ASM 654, we continue on topic 1.2 on this data warehousing, the building blocks. Okay, hopes you ready with pen and paper. We start now. Okay. Okay, on this chapter we will learn about this definition about data warehouse and discuss defining features, what is in this data warehouse, and then distinguish between data warehouses and data marts. Okay, there are another term which is data marts, and review the evolve architectural types, and then study each component or building blocks that makes up our data warehouse, and then introduce to metadata and highlight its significance. Okay, this one, okay, I have go through a bits on these slides. Sebenarnya there are something that I agree and then something that maybe confusing, but I will try to explain as my best here. Okay, this is definition. I think in the first definition by Inmon, a data warehouse is subject-oriented, integrated, non-volatile, and time-variant collection of data in support of management decision. Okay, I think you can take this definition of this about data warehousing. And the data in the data warehouse is separate, available, integrated, timestamp, okay, subject-oriented, and non-volatile and accessible. I think you quite familiar with this term of non-volatile, meaning that if there are some power interruption in our system, the data still have stored. We can retrieve the data back in from the database. Okay, meaning that the data is not lost. Even though this power interruption, contohlah the server is down maybe 24 hours ke, the data still there. No need to worry. And then for the timestamp too, yes, every data to have their from the beginning daripada awal sampai akhir, everything is been recorded. And for the subject oriented, mostly yes, the data stored in this data warehousing is by the punya subject. Okay, meaning that they have meaning to something. Okay, we will go through on that things later on. Okay, okay, this another definition, but I'm not quite agree with this definition because tiba-tiba ada volatile kat sini. Should be non-volatile sebenarnya. Time variant is, timestamp is correct. But I think we can refer. Okay, I try to Google this from Investopedia. Even if you see from the Wikipedia, they goes definition something like this. It's electronic storage of large amount of information by business organization. Okay, mostly paling besar sikit dia punya information of the data ni. And then it's vital component of business intelligence that employs analytical technique on business data. So yes, this thing is for the mostly for the manager, CEO to make a business decision making on their company to achieve their goals and mission everything lah. So this one actually concept of data warehousing is by this IBM. Okay, by this researcher Barry Devlin and Paul Murphy. So okay, I think you can ignore on this one. Just follow this definition on the first slide ni kat sini. Alright. Alright, features of data warehousing. So we have the subject-oriented data, as I said. The data is classified by a subject. Integrated, I think you know, is in one centralized location macam tu. Is everything is the same. Even you try access from a different location, you get the same data. Time variant data, meaning that there are data from last year, maybe last 5 years, 10 years, okay. And then non-volatile data, this is should be the number one criteria, isn't it? Okay, another criteria that is important for this data warehousing, which is they not been lost ataupun they not been missing even on the power interruption ataupun something happens to the server, maybe ada incident or maybe the server corrupted ke attacked by virus, depends on how the virus react to this data warehouse. And data granularity. I also, so first time heard this definition. But data granularity is on about the level of this data, um, the apa ni, the access from different types of people. Okay. Okay. No worries. We go one by one on this one. On this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 features of data warehousing. Okay. Number 1 tadi is subject-oriented data. In data warehouse, okay, I think you just highlight on this red color text here. Okay, in the data warehouse, data is not stored by operational application, but by a business subject. Okay, operational application, like we have go on the topic 1.1. Remember how this data created? Okay, on the order processing, consumer loans. This one on the maybe basic of this company punya process lah, customer billing, saving account. Okay, dia tak simpan macam ni tu. Dia akan simpan on subjects on the data warehouse. On the sales, it's about the sales. On the product, it's about the product. On the customer, all the customer account, maybe a saving account. Apa tadi ada? Accounts receivable, ada account lain ke, dia akan simpan on stored on this account. Claims on the claim, policy on policy. So by a subject. So try to, later on we have this assignment. Okay, try to classify your data. You have to create your own data later on, but we give you an example of or for that. So you have to classify the information by a subject. Remember? Okay. Okay, and then another one criteria is on the features of data warehouse is about integrated data. Okay, a saving account ni, checking account, loan account will be included in this subject, which is account. So let's say we have student data kan. Student is a subject, so consists of maybe your punya registration of subject, you punya details of you punya past semester result, you punya apa ni fees, everything you have paid or not, macam tu lah. Alright. Maybe record on your apa ni, record of this. Yes, if you live in this college or not, if you receive any bantuan ke apa ke, so that is on the student. Okay, let's say for the lecturer, yes, my publication ke, my subject I'm teaching, apa lagi, something related to my salary. Okay, so what are the activities or and others ada position that I hold in this maybe in this organisation UiTM ke. Contoh I right now is managing the OMSA. So OMSA is part of my subject lah. Okay. Alright. Integrated data. Maksudnya data in the data warehouse come from several operational system. So source of data reside in different database, files and data segment. So everything from the operational can be stored in this kita punya data warehouse. So in data inconsistency are removed and data from diverse operational application is transformed, consolidate and integrate. Okay, maksudnya dia akan clean up the data, make sure all this information is the same, up to date. Okay, and then the item that need to be standardized and made consistent mostly on the naming convention. So actually untuk naming convention ni, they have some standard of rules and regulations sebenarnya, and the codes, data attribute and measurement. But for our parts here, just we know on this briefing about this data ni lah. But later on nanti I just get out how we should naming our files, everything in our data spreadsheet nanti later on. Okay, time variant data, another criteria features. Okay, data warehouse contain historical data, not just current value. Okay, maksudnya data yang disimpan dalam data warehouse ni bukannya dia akan replace data lama-lama tu. Data lama tu still ada. The old data from, as I said, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years back, still ada. Data tu ada. Maksudnya we can compare on the historical data to the new data or latest data that we have. So kita can see on the trend of the data. Contoh nak tengok trend sale kan, maksudnya daripada company awal tahun sampai hujung sekarang ni bulan 10, we can see is it the trend is up or trend is down. Macam tu lah. And the time variant nature of the data in a data warehouse is allow for analysis in the past. Okay, as I said, you can refer on the historical data, relate information to the present. Okay, tengok on the trend terkini ke, on the situation. Okay, maybe you want to see on this how we tackle on the problem that has been happened in the past. Okay, and enable forecast for the future. Forecast ni, yes, you want to predict what happens lah, ataupun how we want to solve the problem. As I said, do you want to if there's something happens again on the company punya apa-apa je lah. Alright. Okay, non-volatile data. Okay, in data warehouse, data is not updated or deleted. Maksudnya data tu disimpan, as I said, daripada awal tu lah. Maksudnya 5 years, 10 years, data yang lama tu ada, and data baru pun disimpan juga. So it's not updated. Ni macam confused sikit sebenarnya. Pelik, kenapa tak data tak update? So maksud tak update ni maksudnya dia simpan data lama tu ada, and the data baru yang on the record tu pun ada juga. So it can be compare lah. And of course, you said here data not deleted. Okay, semua disimpan. So data warehouse ni is a very big volume storage of data lah they stored. So kenapa dia buat macam tu? Because they want to support on this decision support system. Okay, we want to see the trends, we want to see this historical history, what happened in the past. Okay, we can do a study ke, we can do some analysis later on. Right, or this one is OLTP, online transaction process. Maksudnya itulah what happens in the real world, okay, on these operational parts. Okay, next one kita move, I think the last one on these features of this data warehouse, about data granularity. So on this granularity refer to the level of the detail depending on the requirement. Also multiple level of detail may be present. Many data warehouse have at least dual level of granularity. Okay, kat sini maksudnya levels in banking of data warehouse, kita akan ada yang paling specific on the detail, daily detail, and then we can classify dia by monthly summary, and then quarterly summary, and paling besar sekali maybe yearly summary lah. Alright, so granularity ni on level lah, as daripada sekecil-kecil level sampailah the big level. Okay, mostly they said here they got dual level of granularity. So data ni can be used on the two level of department ke macam tu lah. Alright, segment lah. Okay, not supposedly to be on this timestamp lah, daily, monthly, weekly, tak perlu. As long can be on the multiple level, okay, that the data can present. So next one, building a data warehouse. Question to be asked: is it a top-down or bottom-up approach? Is it enterprise-wide or departmental? Which first, data warehouse or data mart? And build pilot or go with a full-fledged implementation? Build pilot ni meaning we do like a pilot test, you know, testing first on the one segment, one department of this company. Is it okay or not? Baru dia go for the full fledged of implementation, maksudnya overall punya installation macam tu. And dependent or independent data marts. So this big question sebenarnya there's no right and wrong answer sebenarnya. So you can be top down, it can be bottom up, depends. Boleh macam hybrid or remix lah. Okay, so we go one by one. Sebenarnya kat bawah ni dia ada bagi jawapan dia. Okay, first we want to know what is data mart. Saya pun confused dulu apa data mart ni. So it's a subset of a corporate-wide data that is of value to a specific group of user. Its scope is confined to specific selected groups such as marketing, data mart. So data mart ni macam a scaled down version of the data warehouse lah. Maksudnya we look at one segment, one department ataupun one criteria lah on this data ni. So a data mart is a small warehouse designed for the department level. Paling senang data ni is on the department level. Okay, because contoh department tu is on the IT department, so maybe they look on this application, on this technology things, on the data, on the records. Okay, maybe kalau if for this HR, they look for the record of this employees on the users. If for the finance, they look on the salary, something like that. Okay, so it's different. So data warehouse versus data marts. Okay, as you can see, data warehouse is big punya part, bigger picture, and data mart is on the specific department. So the cost, this one is corporate enterprise wide for enterprise wide, and then this one is departmental lah. Data mart is departmental, and union of all data marts. Okay, more consists of all the data marts sebenarnya untuk data warehouse. For data mart ni just a single business process or single department. Data received from the staging area, and this one is star join fact and dimension of that particular department. Queries and presentation resources, technology optimal for data access analysis. This one for specific on this report on this department. Structure for corporate view of data, organized on ER model. Okay, what is ER model? I think we go later on this ER model. Structure to suits the department of the view of data. Okay, kejap. Okay, so far okay ke? So even I tanya kat sini, you cannot answer. So take 1 minute break. Okay, take nafas dulu. ER model ni stands for Entity Relationship Model. Okay, sorry, baru I teringat. It's a high level data model used to define data element and relationship for specific system. So it's a bigger dia macam link on the relationship of the table lah dalam some of these database macam tu. So it develop a conceptual design for the database. Okay. Okay, this one on top down versus bottom up approach. Okay, as you can see, actually this picture is confusing lah. Sepatutnya kalau they say operational nanti I consider as a bottom lah kan. Patutnya terbalik. Okay, but this one is top down, dia kata operational. Sama juga ni operational. Extract and transformation of data ni from the operational operational level. Terus pergi ke data mart tadi. Data mart ni pergi ke department dulu. Okay, baru dia store on the data warehouse. This one is top to down. Okay, down sekali patutnya dekat data warehouse lah dekat sini. And then as you can see on this one is a bottom up. Ni ke bottom up? Tu this picture memang I'm not agree lah. Kenapa dia buat gambar macam ni kan? This one just terbalik. This one on the operational level ni, the data extracted and then they stored directly to the data warehouse. From the data warehouse from the data marts ni, from the department ni, get their data on the data from the data warehouse. Macam tu. So I think this one more macam ni, this one bottom up atau I think this one bottom up, this one top down. So nanti I'll clarify on this picture, but this one is memang confusing. Okay, which one do you think is bottom up? Which one is top down? Okay, you give me your answer later on. Okay, this is benefits and advantages or disadvantages. Okay, for the top-down approach, truly corporate efforts and enterprise view of the data, inherently architected, not a union of disparate data mart. Single central storage of data about to context, about but the content, centralized role and control may see quick result if implemented with iteration. But the disadvantages is takes longer to build even with iterative method, high exposure risk to failure, needs high level of cross-functional skill, and high outlay without proof or concept. Okay, macam dia cakap kat sini, I can say betul lah top down yang this one. Betul ke? Okay, for the bottom up advantages, faster and easier implementation of manageable pieces. Sorry. I think bottom up this betul lah this one. And top down this one. Because dia kata faster easier implementation of manageable pieces, favorable return of investment and proof of concept, less of risk of failure, inheriting incremental, can schedule important data mart first. Because dia pergi to data mart first. So this one is bottom up, yang this one. From operational ni, go to the departmental first, baru dia goes for tu lah centralized, okay. Single standard data about the content. This one. Inherited incremental, allow project team to learn and grow. Okay, the disadvantage is each data mart has its own narrow view of data. Of course, because they have been look on this departmental first. Redundant data in every data mart. Okay, betul lah. Okay, this is bottom up. This one is top down. This one is redundant data in every data mart, inconsistent, irreconcilable data, produce unmanageable interface. Okay, that's about disadvantages and advantages. Make sure you can distinguish between these two. We goes to the practical approach. Most people employ a hybrid approach with element of top down and bottom up. That's why I said tak ada yang salah, tak ada yang betul. Sebenarnya they can do both sebenarnya, bottom up ke top down ke. So step in practical approach are as follow: plan and define requirement of the overall corporate level. Create surrounding architecture for complete warehouse and confirm diorang pun siap ada confirm and standardize the data content, implement data warehouse as a series of supermart one at a time. I think this step ni kena follow kot, kena remember kot. Okay, data warehouse architectural types. So how this data is stored ke lebih kurang. So there are one centralized independent data marts can be stored by this data mart departmental punya classification, and federated. Federated macam federal ke apa. This one I'm not sure. Hub and spoke and data mart bus. Okay, the problem is there's no continuous explanation on this one. So I think you can Google on this one. I try to look on the book if you can see what these what apa itu centralized, independent, federated. I confuse on the federated, hub, spoke and data mart bus ni. Maybe you can try Google on this one. Architectural type. Mostly how is the data store lah. And then they terus go to this the data warehouse component. Okay. This is a building block or components in the data warehouse. Okay, of course we have the source of data simpan dalam data stage. Go to the data storage. Okay, storage ni is a data warehouse. Okay, they become a metadata. So maybe ada multi-dimensional database. Okay, that been attached to this big warehouse database. Ada data marts juga. And then from every computer in our organizations have the access on this information, query, mining or delivery. Okay, there's one people lah yang akan control on this data warehouse, mostly a database, database analysis, database manager yang akan control on this data warehouse. Okay, dia kat sini the best bagusnya ada detail explanation dekat sini. Data warehouse component, kita ada source data component, data staging component. Okay, on the source data component, of course from the production of the data, internal data, archive data, external data. Internal ni in what is produced in the department tu lah, ataupun from the user in the organization. Archive data, that is on this historical data in the past that has been not Data yang tu dah tak digunakan untuk keperluan atau for the business need in the current days. Okay, so kita archive data tu for the historical timestamp data on this historical punya part. Okay, and external data. External data ni come from outside lah, maybe news ke apa ke, some policy from the governments. Okay, and then data staging component is about the data extraction, on the transformation and loading. Okay, I think if you encounter one on this subject OBM 301 ke apa, on the diploma tu, kita ada active data, kita ada non-active ke apa. We have this tak ingat lah, tapi sebab data yang aktif tu maksudnya kita guna hari-hari. We use every day on the business days business function. Ada data yang tak berapa semi aktif pun ada juga, kita guna jarang-jarang. And ada tu yang betul kita kena terus archive lah, meaning we don't need that data on the day or business daily operation. Okay, okay, kat sini dia ada buat sikit on the data loading. Okay, mostly data loading ni dia akan load, maksudnya dia simpan storage this to the data warehouse ni by the timestamp lah. Mostly akan based from the daily. Ada tu ikut by per jam, kan satu hari ada 24 hours, they divide it by 4 ke macam tu. Okay, mostly by daily lah. Daily ada, that's why ada daily record cell lah, ada weekly, monthly, quarterly. Quarterly ni by year maksudnya setahun ada 12 bulan bagi dengan 4. So 3 bulan 3 bulan. Alright. And then of course yearly lah. Yearly refresh. Dan semua simpan dalam data warehouse. Data tu as I said is not deleted. Dia just update data lama, dia simpan everything. Alright. Okay, many of the data warehouse still on this data storage component are also employ multi-dimensional database management system. So data extract from the data warehouse storage is aggregated in many ways, and the summary data is kept in the multi-dimensional database. Tadi multi-dimensional database kat sini. Okay, and then such multi-dimensional database system are usually proprietary dot. Okay, ni a new term ni, sekejap. Okay, ni I Google. Proprietary is about relating to an owner or ownership. Okay. Marketed under a protected by registered trade name. Okay, roughly boleh baca 2-3 kali lah. Alright. Okay, this one on the information delivery component. From the data warehouse tu, the delivery component maybe online, maybe in the intranet is in the company. External internet can be searched by the web on every location, and of course we email. Okay, ad hoc reports, complex queries, mostly done by these analysts in the company. MD analysis. What is MD analysis? Sepatutnya gambar dia ni diorang kena bagi apa ni, source of this picture lah, figure apa ni, information delivery. EIS ni electronic information system and data mining. Okay, then we go last part of this 1.2 topic, metadata component. Metadata ni, if you can I think you pernah dengar metadata ni, data about data kan. The set of data that describe, give information about other data. Okay, data warehouse. Metadata in the data warehouse is similar to a data dictionary, but much more than a data dictionary. Okay, dictionary kan tebal kan, so ni lagi more information lah kat situ kot. So type of metadata is operational metadata. Ada types of metadata, and extraction, transformation metadata, and user metadata. Okay, why metadata special significant? First, it act as the glue that connect all part of the data warehouse. and provide information about the content and structure to the developer. And finally, it open the door to the end user and makes the content recognizable in their own term. Just that thing you kena remember. Alright, finish on chapter topic 1.2 baru. And then we have this topic 1.3 about trend in the data warehouse. I think we can go on the next video because ni now to 77 minus 48 kan. Okay, maksudnya dekat sini kita ada lagi 30 slide to go, including the exercise. Okay, done on this about this data building block kan, betul tak? Make sure you know what the features tu yang paling penting, and the definition of data warehouse, and about a little bit on this metadata. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on another video. Stay safe, stay at home. Bye.